Welcome back to another episode of Dirt Green Steel. On today's episode, we are going to slant cut the end of this big pipe off so that when it's in the ditch, being the ditch it runs at kind of an angle, the water will go into the slant of it and flow better and won't get caught on the outside edge. So we're going to cut it off at probably, I'm guessing, roughly like a 22-degree angle. It's not quite a 45. So I've already got it marked out around the pipe. I used a string and I followed it with a Sharpie. It's a little windy today, so you might hear some wind on the video. But what I'm going to use to cut this off is I've got our John Deere portable air compressor that's also a generator. I've got my FORNEY Easy Weld 20P. I'm going to be using it to do the cutting. It's a plasma cutter, so it should cut this just fine. It's a good test for it. This is a pretty good sized project for it. That's a long ways around to cut that pipe. So I'm using the 20P to cut it with. I'm using the John Deere air compressor for air, which I was going to try to plug the plasma cutter into the air compressor because it is a generator also. But instead of doing that, what I've done is I'm going to be running it with our Miller Trailblazer. I'm going to just be running the plasma cutter with that. That way I don't have to run the air compressor wide open the whole time, because the Trailblazer will actually idle down and run slower if it doesn't need to give full power to whatever you're doing. It's got the Excel power option on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this side of the pipe and cut around to the other side, and we'll see how it goes. It's galvanized. It's not a real thick galvanized coating, so we're going to see how this works out. I'm pretty sure it'll cut it just fine. It's only, I think it's only about 3/16, so it's not very thick. So I mean, you can, it might be closer to a quarter maybe. I don't know. So it should cut it fine. So I'm going to get some gloves on. I got eye protection on. And I'm going to start cutting. Let's see how this works. You're probably going to hear quite a bit of noise in the video because the air compressor is right behind my camera right now. And I'm going to have the generator welder running. So just bear with me. I probably won't talk during the video anyways. But it might be a lot of just other sounds. So we're going to start cutting. So we got our pipe all cut off. Got some pretty nice cuts. The FORNEY plasma cutter done a pretty nice job cutting it. The galvanized was a little bit of a hindrance, but it cut through it. So we'll be able to sit this pipe in the ditch tomorrow, and the water should flow through it real nice. And now that I got this angle cut on it, it'll match the flow in the ditch. So we're going to do that tomorrow. We're going to sit her in and see how she flows. We got both hose here. We got a 270 and a 330 here ready to set it in, because it is such a big pipe. It's going to take 2 machines to set it. So anyways, that was a good test for the FORNEY Easy Weld 20P plasma cutter. And we're going to head home now. So thanks for watching. Give me a like and subscribe if you like this for more FORNEY videos. And I will see you in the next video. So I got home tonight, and I decided, since we didn't get to see much cutting today because of everything that was going on while we were cutting the pipe, I decided that I was going to extend this video a little bit with the FORNEY Easy Weld 20P plasma cutter. I'm actually in the process of making a 6-inch square chute that will go from a hopper on my trommel to the hopper of my conveyor. That will actually, the square chute will come in down into this hopper and drop the pea gravel onto the belt. So I started last night working on the plumbing on that, and tonight I got home and I thought, well, I got a little time, I'm gonna go out and start cutting the pieces out for the chute. So what we're going to do is, we've got it to its highest setting. This is 1/4-inch plate. I'm going to cut these 2 pieces in half, and that'll give me 4 sides for my square tube chute. Well, it should be around 6 inches square when I'm done. Don't mind the neighbor kids there over there yelling, playing with squirt guns, having more fun than I am. But no, this is what I enjoy doing. I wish I had a swimming pool. Oh, is that one of them murder hornets? Yep, that's a murder hornet. Yeah, supposedly murder hornet. Yeah, it's so murderous right now. But anyways, so I'm going to start cutting these out, and I'll let you watch on video. Okay, so I'd start over. My tip was dirty from cutting that galvanized pipe today. And the breaker tripped. Oh. Okay, reset the breaker. 20 amp breaker is not enough on this 20P, which that's something I need to address, and I haven't done it yet. So now we can continue cutting. And the funny thing is even on the Miller Trailblazer today, it's got 20 amp breakers, and it was tripping a breaker on the Trailblazer today. So really, in theory, this should have like a 30 amp breaker. That's the only problem that I've found with it so far, is 20 amp breaker is not enough for it. So if you're going to get one, you need a heavier breaker than 20 amp. snap the rest of it. There we go. Just twisted it the rest of the way, which is fine. It's just a little bit. Loud air compressor. So anyways, there's a cut on 1/4 inch plate, which actually you can just take a hammer and chip that off. I've even seen some of the high quality name brand plasma cutters leave that same little bit on there, but it just chips right off with a hammer. In fact, I'm brushing some off with my glove. So anyways, I've had the Forney 20P for, well, since winter now, and I'm real happy with it for the price and what it can do. I'm really happy with it. So anyways, that's it for this episode of Dirt Grain Steel. Like I said, I wanted to extend this episode a little bit because I felt like I didn't get enough cutting video in for the 20P. So I hope everybody enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.